Good morning, guys. How are you?
Hello, teacher.
Hello,
Good
teacher.
morning.
Hello,
Hello,
teacher.
teacher.
Let's wait some minutes, okay?
Hello, teacher.
Until all the partners comes, okay?
Teacher, you have the microphone off.
Yes, right now, yes. Thanks.
Teacher, sorry. Speaking Spanish, sorry. Can I speak in Spanish? Because I don't know what say.
Okay, tell me.
Teacher, es que mi internet va muy mal y a cada rato se me está yendo, entonces no sé si podía ver la clase, el video.
The video. But
Yes.
you are going to stay here, right? If you have problem connected, I mean, that if you have problems with your internet connection, reconnect again, and then I'm going to share the links with you, okay? But you have to stay in the class, even though that you have some problems, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so let's start with the attendance. Just a little bit hurry. Okay, so Andres Paredes,
Here.
Victor,
Here.
Elias, Elias, Jose, Jose
Here.
Verdales, Rodrigo Alexander, Josué Rodrigo,
Here.
Jose Antonio,
Here.
Diego Andrés,
Here.
Mauricio,
Here.
Diego Alejandro,
Here.
Luca,
Here.
Gabriel, Gabriel, Francisco, give me a second, please. Ronnie,
Here, teacher.
welcome, Ronnie. Raúl López,
Here.
Macín,
Here.
Ricardo, Yacid,
Present, teacher.
hello, Yacid, Diego,
Here.
Patrick, Luis,
Present.
Khaled, right?
Present.
Rodrigo,
Teacher and I,
Here.
who are you, man?
Patrick Perez.
I already called you, sweetie.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Carlos Revolorio. Carlos Rivera. Carlos Rivera.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Luis Rojas. Jose Romero. Juan Pablo Rosales.
Present, teacher.
Diego Urbano.
Present, teacher.
Werner Ruiz.
Present, teacher.
Alan Santizo.
Present, teacher.
Pablo Vasquez.
Present, teacher.
Teacher,
And
you
Juan
put me
Pablo,
the assistant.
the attendance.
The assistant.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Okay.
yeah, don't worry.
Teacher,
Yes,
fíjese que yo entré de último, no sé si me tomó asistencia.
who are you?
Gabriel García.
Give me, no. Okay, now you have.
Thanks.
You're welcome, sweetie. Juan Pablo Rosales.
Present, teacher.
Okay, somebody else? No?
Teacher,
No?
I am teacher. Yo me acabo de conectar ahorita.
Elias Argueta.
Yes, teacher. Thanks.
Okay, someone else?
Teacher, me, my internet go. I don't know.
Don't worry, Rojas. I already put it, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. So now let's start our class. Do you remember the topic that we were the last week? Raise your hand to speak, okay? Don't forget it. Somebody remember? No one. Somebody remember the topic that we were last week? Mr. Patrick, tell me.
Have and has.
No, sweetie, you were that with the teacher Ale
Past
or the teacher
participle.
Sobe. No, you were with the teachers, but with TOEFL, no. Check your notes.
Never, always, something. Frequency.
All right,
adverb.
frequency adverbs. And the topic was simple present. Yes, Dardales, present, you are right. Are you ready?
Teacher, and personal pronouns.
And personal pronouns, you're right. Okay, right now, let's start with an activity. Give me a sec. Here we have some verbs, right? And some personal pronouns. Right now, I'm going to choose one of you and you have to think in one sentence with the information that you have here. Got it? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Great. Cock Fajardo. Can you tell me a sentence with this information, please? In simple present.
Walk.
Walking.
Excuse me?
Walking.
You have she and you have the verb walk. One sentence using this information.
She is walking.
Walking.
Okay.
She is walking.
She is.
He is, but we have
Walking.
she. We have she. She, and we have
Is.
walk.
She is walking.
She is walking, maybe, but it is present continuous, ing form. She is walking, but it is correct. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's see.
We are
Wait,
waiting.
wait. I'm going to choose one of you. Let's see, Pulex.
Yes.
Can you help me with this information, please? Tell me one sentence in simple present. You have right and we.
We are written.
We are written. Or more or less, you have the idea But let me tell you that you are mixing simple present with participle form of the verbs. Don't confuse, okay? And the correct form, it is, we write a poem, we write a letter, we write a note, etc. Okay? Let's continue. Okay, Luca, can you help me with this information?
They has
Are.
drink.
They has?
Has drinking.
More or less. You have the idea, but the same as I said to Pulex. You mix the simple present with the present perfect. Here we have, they drink milk. They drink soda. They drink juice. Okay? Another example. Let's continue.
Teacher.
Okay. Okay, let's see, Patrick. Tell me a sentence with this information.
She go to the park.
More or less?
She's go
She
to the park.
has.
Let me
She's.
tell you.
She go
No.
park.
Remember that when we are using other
Going.
verbs, go, walk, ride, drink, wash, etc., we are not going to use the verb to be, is, am, are. No, because am, is, are, simple present. Go, drink, etc., simple present. Okay? Patrick,
She's.
listen. Patrick, you are right. She go, but the correct form is she goes to the park. She goes to the stadium. She goes to the supermarket. Okay? Got it?
Yes.
Okay, now let's see another thing that is so important. When we are talking about simple present for he, she, and it, we are going to write S or ES to the verb. Let's see some examples. Here we have. Here. Remember, for are you with a, do not use S. No, no, no. Only for he, she, and it. You have to write S or ES to the verb. And what kind of verbs? Let's see. Here we have when the verbs finished in SH, CH, X, O. Got it? And here we have the examples. I'm going to move a little bit here. Here we have some examples. For example, she wash or washes?
Washes.
Washes.
Excellent.
Washes.
She washes the dishes. Got it? Another
teacher.
example. Another example. Here we have. He go or he goes?
He goes.
Goes.
He
Go.
goes
Goes.
to the park every day. Got it? Yes?
Yes.
Could you please copy this information in your English notebook? Juan Rosales. I couldn't see you. That's okay. I just want to see you.
Finish.
Remember that these sentences are in affirmative form. Okay? But what about negative? Okay, pay attention. For the negative form, we are going to use the auxiliaries do and does in negative form, like don't and doesn't. Okay? Let's see. Here we have, for are you with they, we are going to use do in negative form is going to be do not or don't. Okay? Got it? Yes? And
Yes.
for he, she, and it, we are going to use the auxiliary does not or doesn't for negative sentences. Okay? Let's see these examples in negative form. She washes in negative form is
Doesn't.
Doesn't.
doesn't, and we erase the es. Okay? She doesn't wash the dishes. Why? Because we are using the auxiliary. Got it? Do you understand? Let's see this next example. In negative form, he, what is the correct auxiliary?
Doesn't.
Okay.
Doesn't.
And we are going to use the complete form. He does not continue.
Go
does
to the
not
park
Go
every
to the
day.
park. Go to the park.
Excellent.
Go.
Excellent. He does not go to the park every day. Got it? Remember that we are talking about simple present. And it is so important that you don't forget that you have to use S or ES when you are talking about he, she, and it in affirmative sentences, okay? But let's see something important. That is that you are going to use the auxiliary for questions form, okay? So here we have some examples.
Teacher, copy.
Yes. When we are using the auxiliary do in question form, we are going to start with this. Do you speak in English? And don't forget to write question mark. Do you speak in English? The answer is going to be yes, I do. Or no, I don't. Got it? Yes? And in this case, we're going to start with the auxiliary does. Okay? So, does she go to the park every day? And the answer is yes.
She does.
She does. Excellent. Or no, she doesn't. Excellent. Do you understand, guys? It's very simple, but you have to pay attention and take notes. And of course, you have to practice. May I erase? Yes? Okay, right now, let's watch a video to review this information. Take notes, please, in your English notebook.
Teacher, can I leave this Zoom? I'm going to change of computer.
You're going to change computer?
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. Give me a second, please. I'm going to check the chat here. Menendez, can you send me an email asking me for the link for the class, please? The same as Rojas. Can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Missing it.
Okay, let's.
How do and does. First, let's have a look at use do. I do. You do. We do. They do. Now let's have a look at how to use does. He does. She does. It does. Jason does. Awesome. Now let's try to make a question using do. Instead of saying I do, you say, do I? Do you? Do we? Do they? For example, do I want this book? Do you have a notebook? Do we have an English class? Do they like cats? Great! Now let's try to make a question using does. Let's take does all the way to the front. Does he? Does she? Does it? Does Jason? Does he want a cup of tea? Does she have a watch? Does it look nice on me? Does Jason do his homework? Great work! Now let's practice making more questions using do or does. Does Mary live in Taipei? No, she doesn't. She lives in Hsinchu. Do you have a pencil? Yes, I do. Does he like sports? Yes, he does. Do they eat pasta? No, they don't. Does the teacher like coffee? Yes, she does. Does she sing well? Yes, she does. Good job, everyone. Do does 在否定句里面会变成 don't 跟 doesn't. Don't equals to do not. Don't. Do not. Doesn't equals to does not. Doesn't. Does not. First, let's have a look at don't. I don't. You don't. We don't. They don't. Doesn't. He doesn't. She doesn't. It doesn't. Jason doesn't. Awesome! Now let's practice using don't and doesn't in the sentence. I don't eat fish. I eat chicken. Don't you have school tomorrow? Yes, I do. Peter doesn't like to swim. He likes to run. We don't have homework today. We can play. The girl doesn't want to go home. She wants to go mountain climbing. The cat doesn't like to play. It likes to sleep. Great! Now let's review do and does one more.
Let's stop here. Okay, let's continue with the explanation. Because it is so important that you memorize this information. Okay, we saw that the auxiliary do, it is going to help us to make questions in simple present, okay? Yes, no questions. Let's see here. But what happened with the verb do? What happened when we are talking about he, she, and it? Let's see the example. Does she do her homework? Does she do her homework? Miss, why twice does and do? Yes, because does is the auxiliary and do is the verb. Okay, so here it is. Does she do her homework? The answer is yes.
She does.
Yes, she does. Excellent. In negative form?
No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
Excellent. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Okay. Let's see another example. Does Robert go to the park on Saturday? Saturdays. Okay, does Robert go to the park on Saturdays? The answer is yes.
He does.
Yes, he does. Or no, he doesn't. Okay? Don't forget that we are using the verb do here, but we are using the auxiliary, like you see in this question, does, okay? So, look at this example. She does exercises. How do you translate into question form? How do you write it?
In question.
Yeah, interrogative form.
Does she?
Remember that for questions, we're going to start with the auxiliary.
Does.
Does she?
Exercise?
Which is the verb?
Do exercise.
Do. In this case, does she do exercises? Yes? Yes, she does. Or no, she doesn't. Got it? Do you understand? Copy these examples in your English notebook, and then we are going to copy the exercise, only the first 5 sentences, okay? And we are going to complete with do or does, or don't or doesn't, okay? May I erase this? May I erase?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, now I'm going to project the exercise that I need you work, okay? Let me know when you see my screen. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you copy in your English notebook the first 5 sentences, please? And complete with do, don't, does, or doesn't. Any question about the exercise?
The first
No?
5.
Yeah, only the first 5. Alvarado, can you tell me the sentence number 1?
My mother
Pues,
Excuse me, my mother?
do,
For he, she, and it?
Dos.
Does.
In negative?
Doesn't.
Doesn't. The correct form is my mother doesn't go to work. She is a housewife. Okay? Juan Rosales, can you tell me the number 2?
Does. Do.
Complete sentence, please. Or complete question in this case.
Do you play tennis after school twice a week?
Does, you say?
Does, teacher.
No.
Which is
Do.
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 Very good. Excellent. Do you play tennis after school twice a week? Great. Let's continue with Pulex. Number 3.
Jack does speak German.
Jack?
No, Jack doesn't.
Excellent. Very good. Jack doesn't speak German well. Number 4. Masin, help me.
Does
do, Jessica.
Farr live in New York?
Very good, Masin. Does Jessica's father live in New York? And let's continue with Menendez. The last one.
Teacher.
Hurry up, Menendez.
My grandparents don't live with me.
Excellent. My grandparents don't live with me. And right now we're finished. And it was a pleasure to work with you. Have a nice day, guys. See you the next week.
Hi, teacher.
Weekend teacher.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
teacher.
Primero, contestar.
Feliz
Bye. Contestar. En Google.